Who needing the way Bawanzo go is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son and Shuin. In the name of the true begotten Son, Matthew 1:23, Emmanuel, Imanuel, whose name means go with us. In the name of the true mother man, Nigitia, Nigratia, land of the gods, Tower of Babel, Kunta Kinte Ki Swahili. Peace from above. Amani Kutoku. Peace from above. How y'all doing? Good to see. Good to be back. Reading the Revelation. Ya Imanuel. Chapter 11. Then I was given a reed like a measuring rod, and the angel stood saying, rise and measure the temple of gold, the altar, and those who worship there. But leave out the court which is outside the temple, and do not measure it, for it has been given to the Gentiles. And they will tread the holy city underfoot for 42 months. And I will give power to my two witnesses, and they will prophesy 1,260 days clothed in sackcloth. These are the two olive trees and the two lampstands standing before the God of the earth. And if anyone, and these are the two olive trees and the two lampstands standing before the God of the earth, mother, nature, mother, earth. And if anyone wants to harm them, fire proceeds from their mouth and devours their enemies. And if anyone wants to harm them, he must be killed in this manner. These have power to shut heaven so that no rain falls in the days of their prophecy. And they have power over water to turn them to blood, and to strike the earth with all plagues as often as they desire. When they finish their testimony, the beast that ascends out of the bottomless pit will make war against them, overcome them, and kill them. And their dead bodies will lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Asia, were also our goal. No, where also our big brother was crucified. Then those from the peoples, clans, tongues, and nations will see their dead bodies 3.5 days and not allow their dead bodies to be put into graves. And those who dwell on the earth will rejoice over them, make merry, and send gifts to one another, because these two prophets tormented those who dwell on the earth. Now, after the 3.5 days, the breath of life from God entered them, and they stood on their feet, and great fear fell on those who saw them. And they heard a loud voice from heaven saying to them, come up here. And they ascended to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies saw them. In the same hour there was a great earthquake, and 1/10 of the city fell. In the earthquake 7,000 people were killed, and the rest were afraid and gave glory to the God of heaven. The second war is past. Behold, the third war is coming quickly. Then the seventh angel sounded, and there were loud voices in heaven saying, the kingdom of this world have become the kingdom of our God and of his and of Son, and he shall reign forever and ever. The kingdom of this world have become the kingdoms of our God and of his Emmanuel, and he shall reign forever and ever. And the 24 elders who sat before God on their thrones fell on their faces and worshipped God, saying, We give you thanks, O God Almighty, the one who is and who was and who is to come, because you have taken your great power and reign. The nations were angry, and your wrath has come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that you should reward your servants, the prophets, and the saints, and those who fear your name, small and great, and should destroy those who destroy the earth. Then the temple of gold was opened in heaven, and the ark of the covenant was seen in his temple. And there were lightnings, noises, thunderings, an earthquake, and great hail. Chapter 12. Now a great sign appeared in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a garland of 12 stars. Then, being with child, she cried out in labor and in pain to give birth. And another sign appeared in heaven. Behold, a great fiery red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 diadems on his heads. His tail drew a third of the stars of heaven and threw them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman who was ready to give birth, to devour her child as soon as it was born. She bore a male child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up to God and his throne. Then the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared by God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. And war broke out in heaven. Mishael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought, but they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer. So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old called Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Then I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, Now salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his have come. For the accuser of our brethren, who accused them before our God day and night, has been cast down. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they did not love their lives to the death. Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for Satan has come down to you, having great wrath, because he knows that he has a short time. Now, when the dragon saw that he had been cast to the earth, he persecuted the woman who gave birth to the male child. But the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness to a place where she is nourished for a time and times and half a time from the presence of the serpent. So the serpent spewed water out his mouth like a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away by the flood. But the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon had spewed out of his mouth. And the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to make war with the rest of her offspring, who keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Emmanuel. Chapter 13. Then I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his heads a blasphemous name. Now the beast which I saw was like a leopard. His feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. The dragon gave him his power, his throne, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as if it had been mortally wounded, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world marveled and followed the beast. So they worshipped the dragon who gave authority to the beast, and they worshiped the beast, saying, "Who is like the beast? Who is able to make war with him?" And he was given a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And he was given authority to continue for 42 months. Then he opened his mouth. Man. Then he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name, his tabernacle, and those who dwell in heaven. It was granted to him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and authority was given him over every family, tongue, and nation. All who dwell on the earth will worship him, whose name have not been written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If anyone has an ear, let him hear. Let me read verse 8 again. All who dwell on the earth will worship him, whose names have not been written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the earth. If anyone has an ear, let him hear. He who leads into captivity shall go into captivity. He who kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Then I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. He performs great signs, so that he even makes fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And he deceives those who dwell on the earth by those signs which he was granted to do in the sight of the beast, telling those who dwell on the earth to make an image to the beast who was wounded by the sword and lived. He was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image of the beast to be killed. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. Interesting. Let me go back here again. Chapter 13, verse 8. All who dwell on the earth will worship him, whose names have not been written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. One more time. There it is, calling itself the book of life again. There it is. It's calling itself the book of life again. I'm not calling it the book of life. I'm calling it what it called itself. My website, the book of life, they took my web. They over on Facebook. They said I was, what was it? That phrase, the term book of life. Book of life, they made a movie. The white Spanish speakers made a movie, so they own the copyrights to a book that has already been here. Revelation's been here all this time, but I am not allowed to represent Revelation as what it called itself. It called itself the book of life. One more time. I keep telling y'all, do you not hear what he's saying? All these people. Okay, and here's another thing. Look. All these people that was died and dead, and they brought them back to life. Where y'all think they coming up with this? All these the day of the dead and all that, man. They talk about when he who is will rise up those who are worthy. He will do that, just like he see it. See, just like the woman with the child. She bore a male child who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. That would be Emmanuel. Matthew 1:23. Imanuel, whose name means Lord up. That's why they dares not to speak upon it. They tell y'all they one and the same. But they can't possibly be one and the same, or else he wouldn't have separated them. Why would they be in the same book but separated? But they the same. I keep telling y'all, I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to keep speaking upon. I'm going to keep teaching what it called itself, the book of life. Now, as time goes on, man above going to tell me exactly how to do this and make this correct, because I did not write this book. I merely interpret the book as he tells me to interpret the book. And one more time. There's that number 7. It always keeps being 7. Keep telling y'all. Anyway, one more time. Now we're reading about the Lamb. The Lamb is Emmanuel. The one with the feet upon his robe, the one with the hair, the wool of the lamb, the real afro. One more time. It's time for those who seeketh him, God of goals, to make your decision. Either you're going to believe in him, God of goals, or you're going to believe in them, OPGs, other people's goals. That's it. You can go ahead and keep worshiping Jesus, spelled and pronounced Jesus, to those who can see Jesus. Jesus is OPG. If that's what you want to worship, cool. If that's what you have a desire to worship, is OPG, go ahead. The guy who has no feet upon his yoke, the guy who has no hair, the wool of a lamb. My book, my my Facebook page has been up for I don't know how long. And they took it down when I posted about how the white man called Latinos and Hispanics ethnic groups. The white man said that. So you mad with me for posting something that the white man put on paper? The white man put this on paper, and then when I post what he put on paper, saying that I'm black and proud, I'm not allowed to. You got black people running around talking about I'm a Latino, and they, one more time, just like he said, all this stuff gonna be coming up where they're gonna deny their own self. Yeah. I'm not going to deny those who made it possible for me to be. I sit here and I am because he made sure that I have what he said his chosen people have. Feed the potters gold and hear the word of the Lamb. One more time. One more time. It's not by choice. It's by his design. Pay attention to what? Signs. Design. One more time. It's fulfillment of purpose. As I keep reading this and as you keep understanding and you will see. Just like when I said, when I got through reading, what did I say? What was that? Yeah, chapter 12. I ended it, and the dragon was enraged with the woman, and he went to make war with the rest of her offspring, who keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Emmanuel. No, Jesus. The testimony of Emmanuel. Because Emmanuel is the begotten Son of man. For Adam is the son of God. Luke 3:38. He said once and one time only, in my image. And he told him, stand. He breathed life through the nostrils and told him to stand. Everybody else, except for Eve, everybody else crawled from the womb of woman. Adam did not. Eve did not. Those two did not crawl from the womb of woman. They came from the womb of Mother Earth. Period. Period. The first mortals was God himself in Adam and Eve herself in Mother Nature, Mother Earth. She. One more time. I want to thank you as always. Needy, me way, Bawanzo. God is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called the Son, S-U-N. In the name of the true motherland, Nigeritia, Nigeria, land of the gold. In the name of Matthew 1:23, Emmanuel, I am Emmanuel, whose name means gold with us. Are you listening to all these golds and golds? One more time. These are not my definitions. These are the definitions of his chosen people, of my four parents. I am in and of feet polished gold and hair the word of the Lamb. Peace from above. I'm on the you peace from above. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself.